can find on the Daily Times newspaper. We're back to the table, and of course, Chris Maduka joins in. Good to have you. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, the world. And we are here for another day on Signature TV Newspaper Review.
Indeed, we're here for another day, and it looks like the tariff are not ending anytime soon, given that the Minister of Power has hinted that there might be another round of increase in that sector.
We do not see from their body language that the hike will come down any moment soon. But in my little knowledge of economics, I thought if the supply is higher, the price will drop in. I don't know. You can prove me wrong. No, they say we have hit 6,000 megawatts, and the federal government they've injected 1.9 megawatts in solar. I don't know whether it's total or gross, because if by my calculation that means we are talking about 7 point something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if at that supply the price, what we pay as tariff for energy is still being increased, I find it's ironical. But like everything about Nigeria, Nigeria is an irony. In fact, Nigeria is an oxymoron. The more you look, the less you see. You cannot put two and two together and say it stands. If we are increasing our the wattage of our supply in the electricity sector, we expect that the price will drop it. Mm-hmm. But it's like the more they are increasing the megawatt, the higher the tariff. And by the way, with all the investments Nigeria had in the oil and in the energy sector, in the electricity, even in 2025 they've been threatening us there. Well, my people say, I will say it in Igbo, it don't stop the man who has a hernia from jumping the fence. If he insists on jumping the fence, he will now look for who will carry the other one for him across. There are so many complex issues, and I don't know who is for Tinubu and who is against Tinubu. I shouted this from the word go that majority of the people who Tinubu has put to work for him are really, their body language does not show they are working for Tinubu. If they have election to proceed and they feel that they want to return Jagaban 2027, and they're hitting Nigeria with all these hard issues. Let me tell you, you know, I've long stopped using that, but you don't use pepper to cure madness. So you ask yourself, and therefore, why the controversy? Hike in foodstuff. Evidently, somebody has mentioned in the headline here, because of terrorists. Because of terrorists, so many, the farming supplies have dropped. So you expect. But before then, has that become our priority? Then there's a hike in refined petroleum products, the prices. There's a hike in electricity, the first level, and they're threatening another one. And they have an election in 2027. And they want Nigerians to vote for them back. They have to do a lot of convincing because which kind of quinine? You know, even the quinine, they're not coating it in sugar. They're giving it directly. And then it's like, they begin to ask, is the vote of Nigeria, do they count in what happens in Nigeria? So you come back and say, probably, doesn't count. If it is where vote counts, there are certain decisions that Nigerian establishment will consider at this time, and they consider it so much awkward and out of place. This is wrong timing for some of these states. And then who are we trying to impress? Only really 1 year when we do all these things, increase tariff, do this for what to happen? At the end of it all, you come back to these people and say, vote. Not everything is possible in Nigeria. Nigeria is a wonderful country. And God bless Nigeria so much that anything can happen here. You don't predict anything. So let's move on. That's about tariff coming down, power generation increase, tariff coming down. Over 500,000 benefiting from NEL fund. That's the National Orientation Agency. I have not seen one person out of 500,000. I might be wrong. But I'm saying, let it not be like some of these stage-managed miracles that are happening in some churches and some other atmospheres in Nigeria. At least you'll be able to see one person who said, yes, I am a candidate. Or is it that he's selected to certain regions? It's in this same country we had some kind of how many millions of Nigerians that were fed. And a lot of billions of naira were quoted as that and they used to feed. But we are here in Southeast, I never at that point saw one single person who will say, I am a witness. I was fed from the ministry of the woman that time during Buhari's regime that fed put so much budget on feeding people. Now he's coming here, 500,000 students benefiting from NEL fund. Are these students from where? Are they from where? In heaven, on earth? Is this selective discharge of beneficiary? Because if it has a national character, a federal character, I should have been at least head of one. And I challenge people who have benefited from the side, our area of dominant influence. Let them come out and we'll put them on air to say, I am a student, I'm from this university, and I've benefited from, I'm among the 500,000 that National Orientation Agency are telling us that have benefited from NEL fund. You put everything to rest.
Yeah, but again, there's layers to this, because even the NEL fund the other day, I think they were complaining bitterly about the fact that, the money is not given to the student. The money is paid directly to the school. That sometimes the school just keeps quiet when these monies are paid, that they don't inform the students that monies have been paid for their school fees. So you see that's dichotomy. I don't know whether they have to.
The dichotomy is that NEL fund will release the amount of money. If you had paid the University of A money to pay 500 students, you release the information in public domain. Why the micromanagement of public funds? That's Nigeria for you. And when it gets bad, they start throwing tantrums and blames. Who are you going to blame? Doesn't NEL fund have PRO or communication officer or specialist? Are they acting in vacuum? Are they not in Nigeria? You take policy, you remove flare from the body of dog, show it to the dog. Why are they micromanaging Nigeria? And they come and tell us that. I gave money to university for these students for their fees or whatever allowance or whatever scholarship that. And you release the number, release the student identity, release the schools, put it in public domain.
But do you also think that the money should be paid to the students rather than the
I support paying straight to the universities.
Okay.
Because why going through second layer? You give it to the way Nigerians are, you give it to a student with what IOM is saying. The person jackpot the next day to India. So pay it if you want to school in Nigeria, go to the school, your fees has been paid. But the corruption and sleaze in Nigeria will not allow anybody. They just do muchi, and at the end of it, you don't even know who to blame. You don't know whether it's the clipper that is blunt, or one boy kid that doesn't know how to barb, or cut the hair, or, I don't know. So let's just, about daily trust. I picked interest in our dear president, the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Jagaban himself, that he is extending his stay in Europe. That's wonderful. I wonder why the presidency are bothering. Sometime in the past, we heard that the president has a work stay. He's in Nigeria. The first time in my life, after look at me, how young I am. I'm hearing a work stay during Jagaban's stay. So why are we talking about it? Our president is on work stay in France. As far as we are concerned, he's the president of Nigeria. He decided to govern us or rule Nigeria from any part of the world. The world has gone digital. Why are we going back to analog? Why do we need him to see his face? What do we need? All we need is a working policy. So what is all this defending whether it's extending or not staying?
I mean, people are dying.
But I'm saying
that's the reason why. This is the first time
the president will come with all the security apparatus he has appointed and empowered. President will come like Buhari did, wear camouflage, visit Borono, and make a ceremonial media event. So the terrorism will stop. I'm saying that in Nigeria, it's always convenient to blame another man. There is an issue. There is an issue. The president returning back to Nigeria or staying in France, we have not solved the issue. If Nigerians want, once in every day you hear Nigerian Air Force bomb Sambisa, and then they bomb today and they go on holiday, Easter holiday, come back in Christmas holiday, bomb. Who is deceiving who? Listen, I've said it here that my son is bigger, it's uncontrollable. It's a trick. If Nigeria want to stop terrorism, all this muchi, are you bombing Sambisa on holidays? Since this issue of Sambisa 2012, and you give it as a project for national Nigerian Air Force. It's a bomb Sambisa on 24 hours every day. By now, it should be over. Then we look for another location. What are we talking about? Why are we massaging wickedness? What are we talking about? Everybody have lost interest. There is something is actually wrong. Ask yourself, do we want to stop terror, banditry? When some people have said it's big business for some. There are videos going around saying some people who started it are either governors, Senate, in the Senate or somewhere, that the people have been fingered in this country, are occupying big positions. And it's just like that issue of, hey, today it become and die down. Nobody's following anything up. How many people have been arrested? How many have been prosecuted? How many have been remanded in prison? How many, if you remand in prison, feeding them with the gun, and then suddenly, when there's so much in one prison, you hear prison break. That's the thing. That's Nigeria for you. What are we doing? But you can't cry more than the bereaved. If that's how Nigeria wants it, it's okay. But one thing I know, and God is our witness. Whatever any man sow, he will. The way you make your bed, you lie on it. If this is what Nigeria wants, in this century, 2025, and they're expecting development, you cannot have a squirrel in your bag of seeds and go planting seeds. You are deceiving yourself. First of all, get the squirrel in your bag, deal with it so that you plant. What is the issue? We're contradicting ourselves so much. Let's move on, Charles, because we don't have too much time.
Indeed.
Bandits, killers, herdsmen have impacted farming. That is an overstatement. It did not just impact farming. That's Vanguard, the shouting headline there. It has not just impacted farming. It has stopped farming.
Absolutely. And
then we expect people, they're importing, what those things we're importing, America put tariff and we're worried. Importing noodles, biscuits. When here we have food basket that can supply the whole of Africa. And then the bandits and terrorists have occupied our forest, killing and raping people and posting various videos, and people, Nigerians, are security are watching. And we are still doing, we just massaging stories and all that. And we are going. Every day, we're counting in numbers of Nigerians, like me and you, being killed for nothing, just for being Nigerians, or for finding themselves in one location where they're supposed to be. Nobody cares. And it's taking people one by one, every day. This thing is spreading like wildfire everywhere, and nothing is being done. Well, might be an overstatement said nothing is being done. Not enough. To our conviction, it's being done. Because they say if you salute DK, the strong man, if you greet him in what he has done, he will have energy to do it. Nigerian army, Nigerian Air Force, now the Nigerian securities, Nigerian police, please up your game. We are melting away like wax before the fire. And it's not something to handle with kid gloves again. I hope other people are seeing what I'm seeing. Maybe because I'm a fearful coward. But my father told me, it's from the house of a coward, you point to the house of a strong man. When the children grow up, he said, children, come. You see that bush there? A strong man used to live there. But I'm pointing to you because I'm a coward. I still am alive. And I'm pointing to where a strong man, you lived once and died and lived. This is a proverb of bone and silence. I hope Nigeria will learn. The way we are going. Electricity crisis, government offers national grid to investors. That's the nation. So I thought they've given them PPP. Is it, this one is offers to investors. Is it total sell-off?
Absolutely.
I hope it's not going to be jumping from fire to frying pan. Because investors are investors. They are not Father Christmas.
Businessmen.
They are pure businessmen and shrewd. And when it comes, well, if that's, I know in so many surveys for utility services I've gotten part of, Nigerians say, give us the service, give us the charge. Let's now leave it to us whether we can pay. But when we be talking about no service, the service bearers are not providing service, and we are talking from both sides of mouth, debating tariff. They say, bring the service. Leave us with the Nigerians are resilient people. If you give them the service and it's regular, they're getting the service they will pay. The ones that cannot pay, find a way to manage it. Because this wahala, not too much. If it's investors that will come and put their money, Nigerians invested all our money, borrowed and invested and nothing. For how many years? If they tell you the budget that's gone into electricity in Nigeria, we use it to set up another country like Nigeria. So that is it. When we move down, school teachers cite concern search for academic integrity. AI, a threat to opportunity. AI has not threatened opportunity. AI has threatened opportunity in countries that have opportunities to be threatened. What opportunity exists here to be threatened? What? AI is even the only way out for people who are just waiting for Omokrikri Expo. The teachers are lazy. They're using, some of them are using lecture notes that we used for 40 years in one university, just there, each color note, looking for girls to abuse and all that. I'm sorry. That's why they're feeling threatened to it. AI should provide you a tool, not a threat. Because every generation, they want us to go back to where if you don't buy handout, you give them assignment. Even if AI, you ask the wrong question, you get the wrong answer. So you must even know what you are asking AI to solve for you.
Absolutely.
So why is it a threat? People are we have not gotten to where AI threatens us. We are threat to ourselves. AI has nothing to do with Nigeria at this time. It might be if Britain, America, and all those people are talking, China, talking of AI threat, because they are the ones even creating the threat for themselves. Now, for us, we don't have nothing to be threatened because nothing existed. I'm sorry. So, gunmen attack Natasha's family house in Kogi. I've said it before, and I'll say again, that we are crying that the chicken put his mouth on a food that dropped to eat. Then that same chicken carry in 2 legs and put inside. Charles, imagine when you just want, it's not Ghana giraffe, it's Nigerian giraffe. You remember that story? The giraffe of Nigeria, which one is better? Our giraffe remain better no matter what. So you've cooked in a hot afternoon, you have a giraffe that they're just steaming hot. You are preparing you went to get spoon for your kitchen. When you came back, the chicken outside your house has put mouth inside. And you rush to go and get broom to pursue the chicken. The chicken put 2 legs inside that rice. That is the way I put the Natasha's case. They are talking about sex and abuse and all make me happy. Threat, suspension, 6 months, all those wahala is not over. Now, Nigeria in today is hearing that government attacked Natasha's family house in Kogi. They destroy property. Investigation has begun. Is it who is leading the investigation? The police that blocked him from going to his house, to her house to see, or is it the state government that blocked and destroyed all the road leading to her village house where you want to receive? I don't know who is leading this investigation.
It's the police, of course.
What I'm saying, but then, what am I saying? The world is watching. And I want again, using mallet to kill a housefly is a very dangerous project. If you miss the fly, the mallet will not miss your leg. Because the Dibia, who is specialist in making otolo, Dibia Golo Otolo, did not keep his nyash in the air. Dibia Golo Otolo edobe wike nuzi day. Obu agwo na jondo. Agwo na ebu na zonke. The man who want to kill snake want life. The snake is killing want life. And then akakaka bajiaka. That is Nigeria, survival of the fittest. Every man on his own, God for us all. But I want again, Nigeria should watch out. These things bring us shame. God bless Nigeria. What else can I say? Thank you, Charles.
Indeed. Chris Maduka, many thanks. It's been one fantastic week of broadcast as concerns the newspaper headlines and reviews. It comes your way tomorrow, same time, same station at 8 a.m. All right, we're back after this. Do stay with us. Signature TV, news in your pocket.